Hello everyone, welcome back to B Museum. That's right. Backstreet's back. I'm the webmaster of the BSB Museum website. You can check our link in description. The website is still in progress, and I'm currently uploading the discographies we own. Today, I want to introduce Black and Blue album Japan Tour Edition. Before we check the CDs, a quick introduction of Zomba Records Japan KK and some backgrounds. On October 1st, 2000, the head of Jive Records, Zomba International Records Group, established its own Japanese branch, Zomba Records Japan KK. KK stands for Limited Corporation in Japanese. This meant that they directly owns rights to make and distribute music contents in Japan. But they didn't cut the cooperation with the previous distributor, Ivex, which continued to handle sales and distribution for Zomba Japan's releases. If you want to know more, I've introduced in a previous video, so make sure you've checked that out. In the early 2000s, DVDs were becoming increasingly popular in home entertainment. Before that, the main formats were VCD and Laserdisc. The highlight of this release is the bonus DVD titled Secret Diary, which also served as the subtitle of the release. This marked the very first time the Backstreet Boys had a DVD included as bonus content. As I mentioned earlier, Zomba Japan was able to distribute its own music content. And this DVD was actually their first original production. At the same time, other Asian territories also released Secret Diary on VCD, though with different content. The original TV program ran for about an hour on VCD, while the Japanese DVD was edited into sections and lasted only about 20 minutes, more like a preview version of the full program. Now, let's talk about the discs themselves. The set comes in a double chubby CD case, the same type I showed you earlier with the first press of Millennium. This release had only one edition, but three noticeable variants: a blue case edition, a black case edition, and a promo sample. It's possible that Zomba Japan didn't originally intend for the case colors to be meaningful. But since the album and tour were called Black and Blue, I think it makes sense to consider the black and blue cases as two distinct variants. My promo sample copy is a blue case edition. Not sure if there is also black case edition. Although it was labeled as a limited edition, it was actually manufactured for a long time. When Greatest Hits was released the following month, this tour edition was still available and even included new campaign materials, which I'll show you later. Let's start with the blue case edition. On the OB strip, the right side of Jive logo, MTV logo was presented, meaning the video sources were shot and on-aired by MTV. From the right to left, the newest album Black and Blue, with the Japan original DVD Secret Diary. As a set, a great value 2-disc set for a limited time to celebrate their Japan tour. CD Black and Blue, DVD Secret Diary, Black and Blue Secret Diary, Backstreet Boys, Backstreet Boys in Japanese. And the red text in stamp style stats, Japan Tour Prep Edition. Contains all lyrics and translations, pops genre. Price with and without tax. The release date and price protection period. On the side, Black and Blue, Secret Diary, Backstreet Boys in Japanese. Cat number ZJCI10 045B. The back. We can see that the CD is the same as the previous black and blue Japanese release, with the same 2 bonus tracks. I've already introduced the initial Japanese editions of black and blue in an earlier video. Make sure you check that out if you haven't. As for the DVD content, I'll save that for later when we look at the DVD booklet. Distributed by Zomba Records Japan KK and sales by Avex. Going to switch to an unsealed copy. Once the obi strip is removed, you'll notice that the case is wrapped with 2 tray cards. The first one serves as the cover. On its backside, the design is a reversed version of the original black and blue tray card. Let me compare it with the original. This is the single CD Japanese version black and blue, with the Backstreet Boys text flip to the opposite side. The second tray card functions as the back cover. This back cover lists all 15 audio tracks inside a large rectangle, while the DVD tracks are shown in the top right corner. At the bottom, additional information and copyrights for the DVD video. One detail worth noting: the AIX Media Group logo appears alongside the Jive and Transcontinental Records logos. AIX was a DVD production company, and their logo can be found on nearly all of the Backstreet Boys' early DVDs worldwide. The technical table specifies that the DVD contains 24 minutes content, single-layer DVD, in 4:3 standard ratio, Region 2 NTSC for Japan, linear PCM stereo sound, not for rental use, and release date. Dolby System logo. The rest of the text is the usual copyright warning. When we open it up, we find CD disc along with the CD booklets. Let me bring in my single CD version for a quick comparison. The disc itself is almost identical, with the only difference being the catalog number printed on it. The same goes for the booklets, just updated catalog numbers. However, in the second booklet, credits for the DVD content were added. Now, moving on to the DVD disc. It features a large MTV logo, with a note at the top stating that the video recording was originally produced by MTV Networks. Below that, you'll find the disc information and copyright details, which match what's already introduced on the back cover. Next is the DVD booklet and additional materials. The booklet cover design is the same as the one used on every Secret Diary VCD. When you insert the disc into a player, the main program will play automatically. You can also navigate and play from any chapter via the DVD menu. The DVD contains 6 programs. 1. Opening plays the main program from the beginning. 2. Introduction BSB introduces the members of the Backstreet Boys. 3. MTV Fanatic. Fans get a chance to meet BSB. Excerpts from the popular MTV US program, MTV Fanatic, first aired in early December 1999. 4. MTV Cribs featuring AJ. A special MTV home visit, giving fans a look inside AJ's house. 5. Around the World Tour, a sped-up overview of the promotional tour in November 2001. This is a misprint. It should be November 2000, not 2001, which covered 6 continents in 100 hours, including footage from Japan. 6 Shape of My Heart performance, a full performance of Shape of My Heart, SOMH, serving as the finale of the Around the World Tour in New York on Broadway. The DVD also includes a secret chapter. which can be found via the DVD menu. Try exploring it. This is a live performance of As Long As You Love Me and Everybody when the boys on MTV Music Awards 1997 in Netherlands. DVD informations. Disc carrying and copyrights. Other materials were a program guide, MTV, program introduction. Since their debut in 1996, many fans had been eagerly waiting for this Japan tour. When the group first visited Japan, they playfully carried toy swords, joking around with samurai and ninja. Just 5 years later, they returned as global superstars. MTV featured them as Artist of the Month in October and aired a selection of their videos all at once. Diary, Backstreet Boys. Last November, the Backstreet Boys conducted a record-breaking promotional world tour for their album Black and Blue, covering the globe in just 100 hours. Starting from Stockholm, where the MTV Europe Music Awards took place. The tour continued through Tokyo, Sydney, Cape Town, Rio de Janeiro, and ended in New York at MTV's Times Square studio. The documentary footage follows them throughout the journey. This is actually the Full Secret Diary documentary, which was released on VCD in other Asian territories. As far as I know, the territories where it was released include Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, the Philippines, Indonesia, and India. If it was released in any other countries, please let me know in the comments. I would really like to own copies of them. TRL presents Backstreet Boys on Over Broadway. TRL, Total Request Live, was the American teen phenomenon that kept viewers glued to their screens. This special TRL edition covers the finale of the Black and Blue promotional tour. Fans welcomed the group at the studio after their whirlwind 100-hour global tour. The program includes interviews immediately after the tour and highlights from the journey, hosted by MTV US popular VJ Cousin Daly. Spring Break, Backstreet Boys, Spring Break Memories. The members share their favorite videos and memories from Spring Break. Making the video, Backstreet Boys, Shape of My Heart. This segment covers the making of Shape of My Heart, the first single from their fourth album, Black and Blue. Fans get a behind-the-scenes look that is not normally available. Cribs, Howie D, Backstreet Boys, and others. A tour of the stars' home. Howie, often seen as the quiet one in the group, is known for his family devotion. After tragically losing his sister to skin cancer a few years prior, he established a foundation to support people suffering from the same disease, actively participating in charity work. Cribs, AJ, Backstreet Boys, and others. Visit AJ's Florida home at age 20, featuring a luxury AV room, a guitar-shaped pool, a collection of cars and hats, and other unique personal touches. There is also a sneak peek of AJ's house in this DVD. You may notice that the time exceeded 24 o'clock, which means it was midnight time on the next day. Fanatic, Backstreet Boys, and others. Fans get the chance to interview their idols in MTV's Fanatic. Selected lucky viewers across the US are followed from the moment they hear they won to the completion of the interview. Also includes an episode with Britney Spears. Classic MTV, Backstreet Boys Special. Classic MTV plays some of the group's older hits. Fans who discovered the group after Millennium will enjoy this segment, which compiles their early, nostalgic music videos rarely seen on television. A simple guide of how to watch MTV Japan. I think is out of date. I did a bit of research on the history of MTV Japan. Before MTV officially launched in 2001, its content was licensed to air on various TV networks. The channel originally launched in 1992 through Music Channel Inc. under a license from Viacom, focusing on Western music. In 1999, after ending the expensive Viacom deal, the channel was rebranded as Vibe and shifted its focus to Japanese music. Viacom returned to partner with Music Channel, and on January 1st, 2001, MTV Japan officially relaunched, coinciding with the year this tour edition was released. The collaboration with Jive Records was mutually beneficial. MTV Japan gained more viewers and got more attention by the Japanese audience, while Zomba Records, Japan, boosted sales through these special tour-related releases and promoted the upcoming Japan concert. Around the World DVD and VHS release advertising. First press special specification, Japanese subtitle. Around the World in 100 Hours. A world-surprising promotional tour fully captured. The Backstreet Boys' newest album, Black and Blue, was supported by a full-scale world promo tour, now available in this complete production. Traveling on a specially arranged airplane, they visited Stockholm, Tokyo, Sydney, Cape Town, Rio de Janeiro, and New York. A feat never attempted before, this release showcases the group's originality and creativity. It was issued as a promotion to show their appreciation and care for fans, with all the footage fully preserved. The other paper advertisement is about the upcoming BSBSB campaign. Campaign announcement. A chance to win original and special Backstreet Boys gifts. By purchasing 2 or more eligible Backstreet Boys products, you can enter this premium campaign. Details will be announced soon. For more information, please check the enclosed entry postcard in the Backstreet Boys products in October 2001 onward, or visit the web from Friday, October 5th. Please keep the entry ticket attached to this flyer safe, as it is required to participate. The little logo in the corner, by the way, I'm about to open a new section on our website called Web Rewind. This area allows you to view old versions of official Backstreet Boys websites. Our first rewind features the Backstreet Boys Japan official site back in 2002, which you can access from the navigation. By viewing the news section of this rewind, we can find the campaign information here. As that paper told us, this news on October 5th, 2001. However, this campaign was not primarily meant to promote this tour edition release. I'll leave some detailed introduction for other videos about the greatest hits, Chapter 1, Japan initial release. Getting back to the paper. First Japan concert and the tour dates. A little fun fact. The tour was called the Black and Blue World Tour, but by the time it reached Japan for its finale, it coincided with the upcoming release of their next album, Greatest Hits, Chapter 1. As a special treat for Japanese audiences, the song Drowning from that album was featured in the concerts. Let's roll back a little to straighten out the release timeline. When this tour edition first came out on September 12th, 2001, the campaign hadn't yet been fully defined. As mentioned earlier, the campaign was intended for their next album, but the label kept the album name hidden, referring to it simply as Product in this paper. The Backstreet Boys products in October 2001 onward. The sticker on the top right was therefore just a placeholder, but it can still be considered an eligible sticker. My blue case variant came in this initial release. About a month later, when Greatest Hits Chapter 1 was released, the accessories inside this tour edition were updated to match the campaign. My black case variant is from this variant. Featuring the BSBSB campaign entry card and a defined sticker on the outside wrapper. At this point, the program guide paper was no longer needed, as all the shows had already aired on MTV Japan. But case colors weren't strictly tied to the timeline. They could be random. The first release also included a black case variant. After removing all booklets and accessories, we could see the backbone of the blue case. Let me compare with the black one. And the discs with promo sample. In the disc center, printed sample, on loan, and to be returned. Another little knowledge here, all the promo samples should be returned to the label or designated return offices in Japan. But this rule was more like a disclaimer than an actual practice, since usually labels wouldn't ask them back. A quick summary. The Black and Blue Secret Diary. Japan Tour Edition. Only one edition. 3 variants. Blue case, black case, and promo sample. In case you're buying secondhand and care about whether it's the original case. The embossed Jive logo is on the first tray, while an embossed DVD logo is on the second tray. If you're looking to buy a brand new sealed disc, the outer packaging was a self-adhesive plastic wrap, and some copies included the campaign sticker. Thanks for hanging out with me today and checking out these special releases. If you think this video is helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into music history and rare Backstreet Boys collectibles. Let me know in the comments if you have any fun memories of these releases, interesting stories, or useful info. I'd love to hear about it. And if you've got any cool Backstreet Boys memorabilia, maybe we could even do a little trade. Until next time, keep the Backstreet pride alive.